Here's how you remove a door panel on a 2001 Silverado 1500. Start down here and you pop this out, and you go up here, and these clips right here, it just clips in with those clips right there in here. And then there's a hidden screw right there. That's a 7mm. And then there's a screw in there too. That's a 7mm. And you come up here to your lock, and you just carefully just pop it out. Don't try to use screwdrivers, you're gonna nick it all up. Just pop it out. And then you come up here and pop this out. And sometimes the clips will stay behind in the door, but it's not a problem. You just fish them out and pop them back on the plastic. See, that clip stayed behind, but we'll just put it back on the plastic. And then you just lift the whole door panel straight up. And disconnect the tweeter. And then disconnect your light. You just pull it out of the hole. And then you lay your door panel off to the side. And you see, there's the tweeter wire, the green one. And there's the door switch wire. And then there's the light. And then you can get in here and get to the speaker. You got to remove the vapor barrier. Just pull it off. And be careful not to get dirt and stuff all over the sticky edge, because then you're gonna have to put some glue on it or something so it'll go back on. And then now you can see, you can get in here and get to the motor, the window motor, or you can get in here and get to the whole regulator assembly. This is how you test. Go on ahead and press it. You see it's not working. And this is how you test to see if it's the switch or the motor. What you're going to want to do is unplug the old motor, and plug in your replacement motor. And if you press that button and it works with your replacement motor, then it's the motor. If it doesn't, then you got some other wiring problem. Probably change the switch out and see if that's the problem. See, we have our replacement motor hooked up and it works now, so we know our switch is good. So yeah, our switch is good. So now you're gonna have to come in here and take out this bolt, and then there's two behind it. There's two behind it up in here. I'm gonna go in like this, and you're gonna have to get a 5/16 wrench, preferably a ratcheting wrench, to get back up in there and wrench them off. I mean, you could probably do it with you might be able to get in there with a 1/4 inch ratchet and a 5/16 socket, but just get in there and get those 3 bolts out, and then the old motor will come out. Make sure that you tape your window up like this So, because there's not going to be any, I don't know if it'll fall down, but go on ahead and just tape it up just to make sure. Tape it up with some strong tape. That way it don't fall down in there and break when you're doing this. Okay, when you get this, there'll be this plastic ring that's like this. It's like a pulley, and it slides on the end of here. The whole assembly slides on the end of here, and it's bolted onto it up in here, and it goes on there like that. And what you have to do is take all your screws out and get a screwdriver and stick it between the pulley and the motor and just work it off. That way you don't have to take the whole regulator assembly out. All right, here's the pulley thing I was talking about right here. You see how they made up? You see well, it's plastic, but you see the plastic splines on this? They made in here like this. It goes up in there, and you can see where it bolts onto the onto this on the other side. Yeah, make sure, but I got it compressed, pulled. Make sure you push in on it, because you don't want that thing to come unwound. It's gonna be a pain to get it back together. So, but you can see how I can pull it down just a little bit just to get it to push on. And then after you get your new motor up in here, check it and make sure everything works well, and then just go ahead and put your vapor barrier back on, and then put the door panel back on. The vapor barrier back on, and make sure that everything lines back up, like these holes that are pre-cut in it, and make sure all this stuff lines up where it's supposed to be, so you can put your panel back on and put your lock back on, and then it just slides. The bottom ones, well, first you gotta stick that little light back down in the hole. And then you rest it down these little feet down in there on both sides, right there and down over there. And you make sure everything's lined up, and make sure that this gap goes down where it's supposed to be, and that's good. And make sure the tweeter wire and the main plug wire, the switch wire, come up through that hole. Alright, make sure you have your tweeter hooked up, and now you pop this panel, just pops down in there. And then your lock just pops in there like that. Make sure it's oriented right, so that, check your other side to make sure it's the red indicators where it's supposed to be. And then just pop that down in there. And then the final piece is this one up here. Always do that one last in case you have to adjust some stuff, take stuff off. And it's done. Don't forget that screw, there's a screw back in here. Before you put this on, there's that screw you got to get in there. And then that one right there. So yeah guys, that's how you do it. That's how you replace a door, or take a door panel on and off on a 2001 Silverado 1500. Like, subscribe if y'all enjoyed this video, and come back for more. Later.